So, I started meditating about 30 years ago. I learned my first meditation techniques from my first martial arts teacher. So, the single pointed mind meditation technique is a very powerful concentration technique for meditation, and it involves concentrating on particular chakras. And the chakras are energy centers in our energy body. Not only do you develop concentration and the ability to hold your mind still, but once you become adept at this particular meditation technique on the chakras, you can raise the Kundalini energy. And the Kundalini energy is a very powerful energy of transformation.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rob here, and I hope everyone's doing well. You know, with everything that's going on right now, I thought it would be best to come on and offer a 30-day program for everybody to join in. You know, similar to our 30-day meditation challenge, I'm going to call this one 30 Days to Raise Your Frequency. And it's going to be set up very similar to the 30-day meditation challenges that we've done here numerous times over the years in the group, where everyone's free to join in. I'll be putting out a live meditation every day for the next 30 days or more. And as an effort to, offer some levity. All of us are kind of feeling perhaps stressed from being homebound. Maybe you're out of work right now. The kids are home from school. So the best thing that we can do as meditators is to hunker down and dedicate ourselves to our practice, whether that's 20 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day or whatever your time length. I'm going to come on here and do a live meditation every day for about 30 minutes. And very similar to the meditation program that I was offering a couple months ago. If you're brand new to meditation, or you're a beginner, or you'd like some additional help with meditation, I'll also be concurrently offering a group coaching program along with the 30 days to raise your frequency. So the group training program will be separate, and it'll be a 30-day program for anybody that needs a little more instruction. There'll be group coaching calls offered. Instructions on how to do the technique that I do, the single pointed mind technique that I call the 5 steps to stillness. So anybody in the group that's in meditation and mindfulness, it'll be free to participate. If you just want to come on and meditate with me every day, I'll be putting out a video meditating for about 30 minutes every day, a live video, and I can answer some basic questions that you might have about meditation. But if you need a little bit more focused instruction, the step-by-step process, more detail, more hand-holding, if you're new to meditation, then I'll be offering the group coaching program right along with that in order to really help you guys out at this time of need. Many of you belong to meditation centers. Those may be closed right now. So while we're all hunkered down in our home bunker, we'll be able to all meditate together. So just to recap, I'll be coming on here every day to meditate. I'll do a live video like I've done before in the past, meditating for about 30 minutes, perhaps talking about meditation before or after that period for 30 minutes or so. Being live, I'll be able to answer any questions that you might have. So if you're new to the group, this is nothing new. We've been doing the 30-day meditation challenges here in the group ever since day one of this group's inception. While this won't be called a 30-day meditation challenge, because right now we're all experiencing enough challenges, it'll be 30 days to raise your frequency. So what does it really mean to raise your frequency? Well, as you may or may not be aware of, everything has a frequency. Everything is vibrating at a certain rate. A frequency is how frequent something comes in and out of existence. So, for example, if you have a very low frequency, chances are that low vibratory rate is something that's making you a little more unhappy. For example, fear is something that's of a very low frequency. So, what we want to do with our meditation practice is raise our frequency. So, how do we do that? Well, with the single pointed mind technique, by just focusing on one point, we bring our mind to a very still point, and at the still point is the highest frequency. So you might be starting your meditation training or meditation practice, and right now your mind is all over the place. It's concerned with various things. It might be concerned with survival. It might be concerned with money. It might be concerned with your family, what's going to happen, etc. So in order to get out of that sort of fear, scarcity, survival-based mindset, which is a very low frequency, we want to meditate and raise our frequency. So the single pointed mind technique that I teach and coach is basically a process of focusing on one point, what I call the 5 steps to stillness. This is a technique that I've been doing for years. This is a technique that I practice daily and that I also teach and have coached to students successfully before. So what it really does is it takes you from whatever your current mind state is at the time and brings you into a very still, high frequency mind state, what is called a state of higher consciousness, the meditative state, which is what we're all seeking to do here with our meditation practice. It involves a series of concentration exercises, which I'll be offering to the group for free in a free PDF downloadable form in the next few days here. So you can all follow along while I'm doing the meditation and give this meditation technique a try. Now, if you've got a favorite meditation technique that you like to do, that you've been practicing for years, that you're very successful at, great. Try that out. Continue to do that. Or if you're looking for something new, if your meditation technique isn't giving you that high frequency, high state of consciousness, meditative state that you're looking for, or if you're a brand new beginner, you've never meditated before, I highly recommend the 5 steps to stillness, what I call concentration to consciousness. So we begin by doing various single-pointed mind concentration exercises, beginning with a visual gazing exercise on the yantra. And this is a great way to get started with your meditation, where you focus on the dot with your eyes for about 5 minutes to begin the meditation. And what this does is it takes your state of mind from its normal kind of scattered form and brings it and hones it into a single point. Now, of course, our mind has a tendency to wander, to waver, to be distracted by various thoughts, bodily sensations, etc. So your job is to hold your gaze at the point, and when it does wander, to simply bring it right back to the point. What this does is it begins to create a momentum towards stillness. Just as movement has momentum, stillness also has a momentum, in that it tends to settle down, kind of like a pendulum swinging. Eventually, the pendulum will slow down and eventually stop right in the center. So that's the goal. We begin focusing on the yantra. Then we move internally to feeling 3 chakras, beginning with the navel, then moving up to the heart, and finishing off with the third eye chakra. Now what this does is it brings your focus from an external device, which is kind of like a warm-up, and we bring it internally to feeling a chakra. So we bring our attention, our focus, our awareness to then feeling the spot, feeling the chakra, beginning with the navel for about 5 minutes, which would be step 2. Step 3, we move up to the heart chakra, and then step 4, we move to the third eye chakra. Now, as we focus on these chakras, what we're doing is we're awakening and we're focusing and tuning in to what's called our energy body. The chakras are energy centers located in our energy body. They correspond to these areas near our physical body. So when I'm touching these areas, it's sort of a way to bring my attention to that area, and then I feel that area. I feel the energy around that area. Now, as we can become more adept at holding our mind still and feeling that spot, more energy will accumulate near that area, and more energy will open and awaken those chakras. Chakras are kind of like flowers, and that normally they're kind of in a closed bud, dormant state. But when we focus on them, when we feel them, and it's not necessarily forcing anything, it's just bringing our attention there, they tend to open up, just like a flower petal. And as it opens up, you'll be able to feel it much easier, because the energy will start to become released, and it'll be easier to feel. So what this does is it raises your vibrational frequency. Now, why is that important, especially at times like this? You know, right now we're all being bombarded by news, updates, reports. There's a lot of scarcity. There's a lot of fear out there. And so when we raise our frequency through meditation, what we're doing is we're creating a psychic immune system. We're raising our frequency so that any type of negativity, any type of fear, any type of worry is just repelled from us. Now, of course, it's important to be concerned. Of course, it's important to be ready for anything. And that's exactly what a good meditation practice should afford you. It should afford you mindfulness. It should afford you readiness. It should afford you preparedness, the ability to be ready for anything. And why is that? Because when you're in the moment, you're ready for anything. When you're caught up in thought, when you're caught up in worry, when you're caught up in fear, you're not in a position of readiness. You're already in a position of, unpreparedness. So it's very important at this time to raise our frequency, raise our vibration. And what this will do is this will give those around us, ourselves, those around us, those that we come in communication with, some relief at this time. If we ourselves can become very high frequency and emit a frequency of, everything's going to be okay. If we can emit a frequency of high positive energy, then we are doing our best to offer the world right now. So as meditators and as a meditation teacher, I feel we have a responsibility right now to do our best to maintain that high frequency status. And so this meditation technique is definitely perfect for that, because in each meditation session, you raise your frequency, you raise your awareness, you raise your consciousness. Higher consciousness is a higher frequency. So not only will you feel better, but you'll be more aware. You'll be more perceptive. You'll be ready for anything, which is, I think, an important thing to be at any time, but especially right now during times of unsureness as to what might unfold. Now, I have a feeling everything is going to be okay in the end, but I think for the next 30 days, if we all come together and do our best, if we all come together and meditate, if we offer each other positivity, hope, and the ability to, focus on something that's not in the news, not in the media, then, we can do our best to help everyone right now to make it through this time of transition and come out on the other side even better. So for the next 30 days or so, I'll be coming on, offering a live meditation here in the group, as I always do. And I'll be offering a coaching program, which will be separate in a private coaching group for those of you who need a little more instruction on this particular technique. Now, the coaching program for 30 days will only be $30. And my students who have been in this coaching program before can tell you, and I have testimonials that will tell you that it works great. This particular technique really does shift your consciousness, and it really does raise your frequency. So we've got the 5 Steps to Stillness meditation program, which I'll be coming on here doing every day. And I'll be offering a free downloadable PDF, giving you a quick step-by-step version of how to follow along with the 5 steps to stillness. And again, if you feel like you need a little bit more instruction, a little more detail, if you're new to meditation or just looking for someone to guide you through the process, I highly recommend the group training program, which I'll be offering and giving out some more details about in the following days. So today I just wanted to come on and make the announcement. We're going to be doing 30 days to raise your frequency. So at a time like this, I think this is probably the best thing we can do as meditators to help ourselves, help our families, help our communities, and help the world. So share this video, invite your friends and family to join in. And today I'll be doing a 30-minute meditation to kick this thing off. And here we go. So meditating today. When I do the 5 steps to stillness, you'll hear a bell. What I like to do, and I can show you how to use this timer if you decide to join the group training, exactly how to program the insight timer in order to prompt you for each step. So I've got my timer set for 30 minutes, and each step is programmed to ding a little bell when it's time to move on to the next step to shift the focus. Okay, so the 5 steps to stillness, again, briefly, we begin focusing on the yantra, which I've got taped on my wall. Now, these are available for free. You can download them and print them out at the top of the group. Okay, print them out, and basically, if you're like me, someone who likes to sit in a chair, I tape it on the wall right in front of me at about eye level. Okay, now if you're someone who sits on the ground or on a cushion when you meditate, you can print it out and put it on a little table in front of you. Maybe put some books behind it just so it's, lays flat against the books around eye height, and then you can just focus on the yantra for step 1. Then we move on to step 2, where I focus on the navel chakra. The navel chakra is the chakra of power, and this kind of kicks in the meditation. Without power, without energy, we can't raise our frequency. So what this chakra portion of the meditation does as we move from the navel to the heart, then to the third eye, is it raises what's called the kundalini energy. The kundalini energy is the energy of life. It's the energy that will raise your frequency to higher consciousness. A high frequency gives you the ability to ward off any negative energy, to repel any type of negative psychic energy. And let's face it, there's a lot of worry, there's a lot of concern, there's a lot of fear kind of around us at this moment. So it's in our best interests to raise our frequencies to high enough a level each day to not only cleanse and ward off this negative energy, but also to repel any sort of negative fear or worrisome energy that could be around us, and to be that beacon of light, to be that beacon of hope. Because after all this washes over, we're going to look back and remember, what did we do during this time? Did we panic? Or did we hunker down, get into our meditation practice while we have the time? We may be home from work, and we focused really hard on improving our own frequency, improving our own mind, improving our own meditation practice. And so that's what this is all about, guys. So it's going to be 30 days to raise your frequency. So let's get started. Meditation number 1. This is going to progress over the next couple days. I'll be releasing some more information, as well as a free downloadable PDF, quick step guide as to how to do this particular 5 steps to stillness meditation. All right, so here we go. And there you have it, my friends. 30 minutes. The 5 steps to stillness. Each individual meditation session will dramatically raise your frequency, which quiets the mind, puts you in a mood or a state of a very high vibrational frequency, very high consciousness. The more adept we become at this process, the more that this state of mind, this higher consciousness, this mindfulness state lasts throughout the day. The longer we can maintain this higher frequency, this higher state of consciousness. So the more adept we become with this practice, the more it will change and evolve our being over time. So for the next 30 days or so, I'll be coming on and doing this live video every day, encouraging everyone to join in and, giving a try to this 5 steps to stillness meditation technique that you guys see me do all the time, because it really does work. And I really want to help you guys out at this time. So here we go. We got 30 days to raise our frequency. All right, and we'll talk to you guys soon in the next video. Have a great day, and thanks for joining in. Take care.